That's great.
On today's episode of At Home with GKR Motor Cars, Tyler introduces GKR's biggest venture yet, garage condos. Tyler meets with his metal building providers at the future site of the car enthusiast community. If you don't know what garage condos are, go look them up. Then we're bringing it back to the shop with Tyler Craig to introduce you to his fun patina project. Speaking of the private community on garage condos, we're meeting with a local metal fabricator for a custom metal gate that the community is sure to love. Finally, Jason's project. After multiple shops taking a shot, he's working to get the 1962 Ford Fairlane finally across the finish line for a local client. So take a seat, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
All right, so we're out here meeting with our metal building company to go over the plans for the metal buildings we're building. Essentially, we want to make sure we're not building storage units because that's not what we're selling. We're selling high-end luxury condos, car condo complex here, Paddock Club. So we're meeting with them to kind of go over those plans, and they so conveniently picked to do that on a 20-degree day, and I didn't wear the right coat, so here we are.
I'm Darby Sharp with Show Me Steel Buildings. We're out here working on the GKR Motor Paddock project and looking forward to doing some work with these guys. Show Me Steel Buildings is about 6 years old, but I've been doing this business for about 15 years. Yeah, Show Me Steel Buildings is nationwide.
Are you a car guy at all? What's your favorite car?
Well, not that I'm a car guy. I like looking at them. I like the old muscle a little better than the new style, but you know, late 60s, early 70s muscle cars, hard not to like.
Awesome. So one thing we had thought about was instead of having them evenly spaced out, the large doors, we're thinking about having the large doors next to each other where that center wall is in between them.
And that way
that way it kind of breaks it up so it
Yeah.
doesn't look like the storage units. You pull in, that's what you're going to see first over there, especially for the first few phases until my shop gets built here in the event center there. We know, one, we don't want just to be a white building with even, stalls. So what we were thinking was bringing the large doors in together. And then of course the small doors offset on the other side. So, we'll have a small door here, two large doors here.
Right.
Two small doors here, two large doors here. Probably want to break it up too with like an eave over the entry door, maybe.
Okay. Like a little canopy.
Yeah.
That's gonna dress it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just don't want it to be a
Wainscot.
rectangle.
You can put wainscot on it.
So yeah, that's the thing is wainscot all the way around,
Okay.
which will be the same color as the floor to ceiling. And then on these corners, I was thinking 1 or 2 panels, 3 or 6 feet, whatever looks right.
Okay. Also, the other thing, like the flat pitch kind of looks more storage unit type. If we increase that pitch just a little bit, make it look a little decent, more decent, and then overhangs on it.
Yeah. We'll want overhangs. That'll break it up.
Right.
It won't look
And then, overhangs, wainscot, and then canopies over your walk doors would make it look pretty nice.
With the big doors brought together and the canopy, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
The wainscot and then the random panels.
Right.
All with that offsetting color, I think would look good. All right, so I can't stress this enough. I do not want these to look like storage units. Essentially, we're doing that and we're accomplishing that by breaking up the exterior with different colored panels, eaves, windows, and then just, doors that are different colors. So just, some greenery, whatever. These cannot look like storage units. The Paddock Club is what we're calling it.
Okay.
And now that we're getting ready to start digging, because we didn't really want to spend a lot of money on marketing until we got digging and people drive out here, they see stuff happening out here. It makes
sense.
Yeah, we don't want people to come out and be like, spend the money to get somebody to come out here, and they're like, what is this? This is just rolling dirt.
Right.
There's nothing here. We're trying to make this entrance when you first get here for phase 1 look right, because we're going to have grass field over here. There's going to be flat for like outdoor events. Parking lot and then the units back there for phase 1. And then once, like we said, once we get those first ones built, a lot of people are just like, you get them built, and they don't look like storage units. They do look as nice as you say they are. What we're doing too is on the end here, we're gonna put trellises. We're gonna have like a little dirt area for greenery on all the ends of all of our buildings. We have a little 2 or 3 foot area,
Decorative.
and we're gonna have trellises
landscape.
come up on the side of the building there. That'll work with the color we're using, and we're gonna grow that vine type of stuff up on the side of each building to kind of add some green out here, so that way there's
Absolutely.
metal building on metal building.
Yeah.
Because when we get multiple metal buildings, then we kind of start running into that problem of it's just this. Now it's starting to look like a storage unit again because you've got all these metal buildings on top of each other. So we want to break it up with some green.
Yep.
And you know the nice gate. We got a pretty cool gate we're working on. All right, so this gate, I'm really excited about the gate. It's not like your typical sliding gate like you normally see in private gated areas. What we're kind of designing is like a scissor gate where it comes down. I know this is a really great way to show it, but it comes down like that. It just prevents cars from getting in, stuff like that. Also, some cool designs, or some of the interiors some of these clients are bringing to the table in some of our design sessions. I'm just really excited to see some of these interiors and just what they can be. Most of the people, especially these first 4 that have bought it, they're all working with our interior designer to design like really cool custom spaces, mezzanines. One guy wants an elevator to put kegs because he doesn't want to carry them up the staircase. So
Those
that
things
was
are
one of the
heavy.
first questions he asked. He's like, you know, with these mezzanines, do you know anybody that does like an elevator? And I was like, what do you need an elevator for, like 88? He's like, no, I don't want to carry kegs up my staircase to get up to the bar. That
Those
have
are
a
heavy,
mezzanine.
man.
Keg. I'm like, let me look into this for you. And we found an elevator. That's much cheaper if you're not using it for 88. When you get to 88, then it gets really expensive.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
for a utility one, it's pretty cheap. Where we are now, with civil engineering done, you know, we'll submit to the county here probably in the next few weeks. Let them take their time. Hopefully start digging sometime in March, get infrastructure and everything. And then, I mean, you said once we get, you know, these ordered, when they get here, your constructors, your erectors, they put them up pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Because that's the big thing is getting these up. You know, we may not have the insides finished out yet, but getting them up, people coming out here and seeing them,
Yeah.
that would be
Progress, yeah. People seeing progress, so
and seeing the outside and how I was like, oh man, those are badass.
sure.
Yeah. So don't even get me started on the county permit process. I mean, we could even do, you know, because as we do this, we're only going to build the walls as we sell these units. So say we got these 4 built on this one. We would only build these walls, and one guy's buying 2, so we would not even put a wall there.
Sure.
We'd have a wall here and a wall here, and we'd have 2 empties. This would literally be gravel until we sold them, because all the rough-in plumbing we were customizing for each owner.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So essentially, phase 1 will have 9 units in it technically, and say we only sell 8. That 9th unit will actually just be a gravel floor until we sell that unit. And what that allows us to do is customize all the rough-in plumbing, all the rough-in electrical, and all the custom things that you know, unit buyer wants specifically. So it just makes a little more sense to not pour concrete and then come back later and tear it up to put plumbing for some random, you know, waterfall in the middle of their unit. I don't know. A lot of that customization is going to be big, so that's kind of how we're going to do the stair step, building them out. We don't have every unit sold when we build one of these.
No, it's a good idea. I didn't even think about it. So single slope, longer, wainscot, canopies, colors.
Doors together.
Yeah, move the doors. Okay.
Cool.
That's
And
all
then too,
pretty-
on this first one, the small door here, because this is going to be our unit down here. The show
Okay.
unit that we'll have will be this first one.
Okay.
March is hopefully when we get, you know, hopefully it'll probably take a month to get our permits to start moving dirt.
Yeah.
And then March when we'll start getting infrastructure set up. I don't know how long that'll take, depending on what weather we do have, because it's going to be wet season. You know, hopefully April, May, be done with infrastructure, be putting concrete down, if not already down, and then being ready for May or June for putting up the buildings.
That sounds good. You just figure 8 weeks, and we'll have it here before then.
Well, cool.
So
Awesome. All right, so you're probably wondering who this guy is, but he's actually the 4th guy here at GKR, and well, I'll just let him introduce himself.
My name's Joe. I've been with GKR Motor Cars for 2 years, and if there's anything I would say I'm a specialist in, it's interior and paint. Those 2 things are very important.
And they're kind of really important because that's what you see on a car, especially a custom car. I don't know how much your dad's talked about the plans, but it's like over there, we're gonna have that big grass area.
Yeah.
Where we'll do like a concourse style lawn.
Yeah.
You know, it dries up right after rain really well, drains well. We'll have car shows on there, outdoor events, you know.
That's next to the event center.
Well, that'll be where the event center is going to be eventually.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
for now, though, it'll just
we'll
be
be
that.
able to do the
Okay,
outdoor
I see.
events and everything out there.
Yeah.
Be able to put tents and rent those. We're going to do like anchors and stuff in the grass so that we
Okay.
can do those nice big tents.
Yeah, yeah.
Parking lot right there, where that one storage building was going to be. We're talking
Yeah.
about doing individual car storage. That'll just be a parking lot because we're kind of finding and hearing from people that, you know, we're going to want to have parties in their car condos and have guests out.
Yeah.
So we want a place that's close for guests to park and then walk into like a little side kind of gate for individuals. But then of course phase one building will be back there because there's going to be a parking lot kind of where we're standing right now in front of the shop.
Okay. Yeah.
That's going to be here. But if we do this parking lot first, that's a long walk to get back to that.
Yeah.
We don't want the kind of clients we'll have here. You know, they won't want to walk.
Right.
Their guests ask their guests to walk that far.
Yeah.
So we'll want to do the first parking lot will be over there, and then that'll be nice for the parking lot to be there for the event center eventually too.
Yeah.
The whole back half, pretty much cut the property in half, front and back. That whole back half will be all car condos, and then the main shop here in the middle with partner shops. down
Right.
here,
Partner
that-
shops.
Partner
Yeah.
shops down here.
Yeah.
So like guys that do wraps.
Right. Yeah.
Guys, detailer.
Right.
Stuff we don't do in the shop.
Mhm.
The stuff we don't do. The shop itself is going to be like the ultimate crown jewel out here.
Right.
That's going to be the cool factor.
Yeah.
And we'll have events in there too and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So we don't have. I don't want it to be just black and white.
Right.
That's our sign can be black and white.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
alrighty. Well, it's cold. Should we go get lunch?
Yeah.
Let's go get lunch. Get to that.
Well, hey, what's up? Thought I was the only one here today. Phew. Tyler and the guys are out working on the car campus, still working on designing some things and finishing touches there. But yeah, we can go over a few things on this real quick since you're here. All right, so if you haven't figured it out yet, this is a 1964 Dodge Power Wagon. This customer had a specific budget that we had to work with, so we chose more of the important parts to spend the money on that made sense. For example, one of the areas we chose to spend some money on were the gauges. The old gauges were in pretty rough shape, and by the time you spend the time it takes to repair them in hopes that they actually work, there's lots of aftermarket options out there. So this is the one we chose with. Pretty happy with them. We also chose to go with a power steering upgrade. As most of you know, in '64, power steering was a bit optional. So that's one thing the customer wanted to add on this truck. All right, so on the power steering upgrade that we decided to go with, there's a company called Easy Steer that makes a pretty nice kit, requires very little modification. Finishing up on that one now, we've just got the power steering pump here to figure out exactly where we want the location of it. Other than that, this customer was mainly concerned about safety and functionality, so we did quite a bit of rust repair and metal work on the cab. Areas such as this where the front fenders would actually attach, there wasn't much left. So we got a lot of those areas fixed up and nice and solid. We did the rocker panels, side steps. We did floor pans in it. We also decided to pull the original gas tank out of the cab and relocated it to the rear with a S10 Blazer fuel tank. And so far, that's really about where we're at.
Hey, is Emmett here? Yeah. Over there? Sweet. Hey, Emmett.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You got that gate done, right?
Yeah, it's all back.
Now let's. I kind of want to get that designed right now and kind of see if we can get that started.
Yeah, we can
Sorry?
hash it out on the whiteboard.
Sweet. Let's do that.
Awesome. My name's Emmett Russell of Russell Built. I'm here in Columbia, Missouri. We build custom staircases, metal art, furniture, railings, range hoods, anything custom, we can do it.
All right. So let's go ahead and start designing this intricate, not expensive,
Intricate.
not expensive gate. Right?
Oh, it's not expensive. This should be really easy. What do you want to do? What are you thinking?
My thought is not panels, two sides that scissor open,
You want it to be fanned?
but like, you know, almost something like this.
Where's the inexpensive part that you were talking about?
It almost has like a square look to it, the way when it's down. But then like these top pieces are more for looks, but they fold up, everything kind of folds up
Okay.
and it opens up. I don't want these clients coming out and waiting 4 minutes for a gate to open either.
You want me to make metal
be a-
posts that
there
are
will be
exposed?
posts.
Exposed, or are you going to wrap them with brick?
Black metal fencing. Essentially, let me kind of show you the layout. So we got our condos here, the parking lot here. This is all green. Then here's my future shop, and this gate will be right here. And then right here will be the fence. So we'll probably need a post here and a post here. That'll break up for metal, because this will be metal and the fencing will be metal. So we probably do want, like, I would think to break it up. And then we're also gonna have,
And something industrial looking is what
Yeah.
we want, though, and not like
Correct.
a limestone or something.
this will all be that black. And then we'll have, you know, bushing. That's
Okay.
not a word, but greenery there. So it'll be kind of something like that.
Built quite a few gates, but not any that fan
Yeah.
when they open. But if we did,
Now that looks more like what I remember seeing. And it fanned up. It doesn't look like a fan when it's down.
right? So would you be opposed to, you know, just to go quick to the car guy world, right? Holes, got holes everywhere, staggered holes. You know, would you be opposed to having some type of, you know, car related design? You know, we could do
like those punches that kind of have a curve.
Yeah, but this is the main entry to the whole condo.
This will be the
all
one, the
condos.
first one we build. This will eventually be on the back corner of my shop and the parking lot for the condos. But no, I think that's a good start.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research on how that all works, and just got to look at a few really.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
You know, we still got a little time, but let me know what you find. Figure it out in your research.
Yeah,
Hopefully
absolutely.
we can make that gate work.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah, definitely.
See
Thanks,
ya.
man. All right, so another one of the jobs I have here at GKR is parts order, parts slinger, parts deliver. Carpet just came in for another project, Jason's project actually, the 1962 Ford Fairlane sedan, and let's go check it out. Oh boy. Ooh, this had liner in it already. when we got it. You know that, right?
Safety first.
It was painted. And,
See what happened was.
why is all the Dynamat, the boom mat, and the floor liner out of here? And why is there a huge piece of metal? All right, so this project, you know, it's been at a few shops over the last few years, hasn't quite been able to move along like it should, and it's actually a local friend here. We got to talking, and I said, you know, really, if it's just a side project, you know, I can bring it in for you. We can get it across the finish line, and let's just say it's not exactly been a side project. Yeah,
That'd be it right there.
see that. Yeah, I know we were cleaning up some of the loose stuff, but I guess it just kind of kept going. One of those things.
Yeah. Before we got to the front, we started seeing a bunch of rust, and then got to these low spots in the fronts, and started getting a little thin. And this side actually had some pretty big holes in it. Had to cut a piece out, make a new piece for it, and you know, put it in now.
Yeah, and with all of it up, you kind of see there was a bunch of surface rust. Must have got some moisture under there, or they didn't get a good adhesion with whatever they put down. Which, I mean, that stuff, I mean, you can see here, it's... It is something that's all like this. There's a nice piece of metal right here. Oh my gosh. Well, I will, the customers could be out tomorrow, and they thought we were just throwing in carpet. Thought we were going to throw in carpet and be done with it, but,
Surprise.
I will, I'll let them know, man. This stuff, what is this stuff underneath? It's like, I mean, that's like...
It's a little bit of dyno mat, some of that spray liner, and...
No, underneath the car. Like, this is from underneath.
I think it's more spray liner stuff.
I mean, it almost looks like
It's thick,
body
though.
work and thick, black. All right, so there's literally like an 1/8 inch of filler on the bottom side of this car, and I can't imagine that's going to fare too well.
I used to spray on body filler and it's painted black. I don't know. What it tastes like, chocolate?
Idiot. All right, well, we got a bunch of new stuff in here, including new metal.
Oh, yeah.
What's some good news on this one?
The good news is the hole's almost done. But no, we got some vintage air upgrades, new steering column, some new gauges coming soon,
The vintage air
hopefully.
looks really nice, especially for like a custom one. I mean, it was...
Yeah, not a direct kit for this car, so.
Yeah. Okay. How'd that so I picked out that one, oh, what is it? The
vent.
The vent. Does that look pretty good under there?
Yeah, I think we might have to build a little bracket so it looks a little cleaner with all the screws under there for the mounting for the actual dash itself. I think if we make a little bracket to hold it, it'll hide a lot of that and it'll look like it actually came that way.
Yeah.
It'll get much cleaner
Yeah,
feel when you're
I
sitting
mean,
here.
it kind of fit the scheme of like the trim in here, which is why I got it, and let you figure out how to put it in.
That's the fun part.
It's always fun.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to this because I don't like looking at it anymore. This is horrible. Right? I thought this car was a lot farther along than this.
Welcome to my world.
Not yet. Soon, but not yet.